So I had to take a step back. I had to start thinking more about the Godot engine, about object-oriented programming, and I like to delay things till the last moment, so I figure, well, I stumbled across a video, and I like the idea, and I'm probably perverting the whole concept of it, but it's a UML. So the original video is here, and it's in the description. What this allows, it's flowcharting. And this video is using draw.io, which is an online version of this. And so I was like, I got, a little inebriate in me, and I was like, hey, I'll try. Why not? I started using that, and an icon popped up that apparently a desktop version is available. This is the desktop version. Anyways, I started thinking, well, that's one of the notepads. I've got all of this information about the game and the game world. This is the document it originally started with, because it was just going to be a Road War 2000 ripoff. So I've got like tons of information here, and in the other one, that's eventually going into the game, but how is the game going to be pieced together? So this is the beginning. I gotta take those files. I've gone this far so far about each of these need to be programmed. And I gotta fill this out with the rest. Control mouse wheel zooms out. You can move into other fields. Pretty damn cool program. And we'll be back when that's done. Well, another day, another dollar. I had to work today. Wasn't too happy about it. It's supposed to be a day off, but, busy season. It is what it is. So anything to procrastinate. I've got this kind of filled out. It doesn't include any events or anything, no events, no quests or anything like that, because all of this has to be built first. So essentially everything up here involves the main menu, not down there. Anything coming out is something you can do from the game loop. Like you can go back to the main menu from the game loop. From the main menu, you can continue game, go back in, if save file exists, then show this, go back into the game loop. You can clone the game and continue, which backs up the current game from its save file to a back file and then goes back into the main game loop. If you wipe, because I'm thinking about making it a single life roguelike, but not, semi, because it's clone game, it's semi permadeath, and so player death, erase the save file, show failure, game over. However, you can quit, clone the game at that point, and you can come back in and continue the game. I don't know how this just came to me. I don't know if I'm going to do this or not. But then from the main menu, this is where I have to start. It's going to be have to start to make the main menu the new game, and the create world, which is essentially what I've already done. But I kind of backed myself into a corner because I can't seem to figure out how to call out to the rest of the nodes from a viewport. And that's why I've gone, I'm in a crash course for C Sharp. I'm looking at other engines like Flat Red Ball, which is just a framework, and I can build the pieces out of the framework. I don't know, but I really do kind of like Godot, but I'm finding it very confusing. There we go. I don't like cross lines. It gets confusing. The video here that it was down here. The video here, he uses like here this UI. The game loop both talks to the UI and the UI talks to the game loop. He would put that in one line. I find so arrows here and arrows there. I find that very confusing. I use separate arrows because I'm a simpleton. So what it happens here is the game loop. The menu enters the game loop. The game loop consists of the town. The town has stocks and trades with other towns. The town has people. People have vehicles. The town also has vehicles. The people have stats. I just copy pasted something I had written as far as people's stats go. And the vehicles have stats. I haven't done anything with the vehicle stats yet. The game loop also deals with the player's movement and choices. The player's movement, the player has a gang. The gang has inventory, and the gang also has fame. Fame affects towns, and fame also can have passive effects, such as beggar's choice here, random chance of help near this location of a town due to fame. The player's gang also has people and vehicles, and people, of course, have stats, and vehicles have stats. The UI, I haven't even thought about. The UI will display some gang stats, a general description box, and God only knows, this has not even begun to be filled out. But this is where I'm going to completely start the game from scratch, except for hopefully the tile map, and bring that back into a new place. Since I'm starting to understand more about how nodes work in Godot. And this is where I have to start. Main menu, new game, create the world.